All right, so I wanted to like this at this point. So this is a Censtar. It's their Relic Telly. I didn't want to like it because it was a Relic. I wanted to like it because it's stainless steel frets in a Telly, and it's a little different. Now, sounds pretty good acoustically. It's stiff and sustainy, kind of like a vintage Yamaha or a vintage, some of the Vantages, Electras, and stuff that are on the heavy side. They're dense. They're not what I call like your super resonant. They just have like a different type of way of being loud. This has that kind of character. The frets, I don't know how they even manage this. They're so short on most of the high E side, especially. And it gets worse the further down it goes, which is problematic because that's where most of the bending occurs. I don't know if you could see that. But you're talking like a 1 mil, 1.5 mil on a lot of this, which is, I don't even know what that converts to on an inch anymore. I don't know. So it's like a thick pick of space. And then it's rounded over, so you're losing some of that already. It's always a give and take with technology. As a traditional saddle bridge, Intitate's fine enough for what it is. Has the split shaft tuners, which are decent, except they sometimes go from being relatively responsive to acting like they have no response. So that means they're problematic. The nut slot looks like it was supposed to be a fret, and they filled it in and put a nut there. That's just funny to me. Pickup wise, neck pickup is actually very good. Middle sounds okay. Bridge pickup is utter trash. The worst Telly pickup I've ever heard in my life, including glaries and things. It's bad. All right, so let's go clean through a JTM 45. Can't get the action exactly right either for whatever weird reason. This is the bridge pickup. Sounds like it's out of phase with itself, but it's a single coil. And I tried adjusting it all sorts of ways. It doesn't get any better. So, Breaker from a Queen of Tone. And it's probably one of the most microphonic pickups other than a vintage Teisco gold foil that I had years ago. Alright, so now let's add LIR. They call it the LI Rock. It's a dual gun. I'm going to do the string singer. if you want a pickup, you got one, but you also got a microphone. The neck pickup's pretty quiet, too. Alright. It's a boat anchor. I'm guessing if I weighed this, it's 10 pounds. I'm not even joking. And the way they did this, they finished over it. It's not really that bad of a Relic look-wise, to be honest. The frets need to be rounded over the pour, so that's problematic given that it's maple and you try rounding it over, it breaks the finish. And yeah. Now, the frets are not polished. These are probably 500 to 700 grit polish, so these are pretty rough. I would pass in general. If you order one and the frets are right, you don't care about weight, if it's super heavy, and the other little things can be worked with, then it's solid. I'm just not sure that that's going to be possible. I've tried multiple companies. They all seem to be made out of the same factory. Censtar had an ugly colored one of their, I think it's called a Mercury, and that was flawless in some capacities. Some lifts in the frets and some issues here and there. The color was ugly. Was not what I advertised, so unfortunately I had to return that. And if the blue or a black or a cream comes in stock, I'll probably order one. It was still pretty heavy. This is next level. I have a vintage Ibanez from the 80s that's on the heavy side, and this makes that look light. This is like bass guitar heavy. It sounds great on the neck pickup. I only just slightly lifted the treble side. It could come up a little bit, but nice clarity, nice separation. Not super stratty, but it's still brighter than most of the budget tellies. It's on the good side, like a good upgraded neck pickup sound. I'll add a clone on top of all of it. Fuzz face. Super low gain. For a telly neck pickup with all that gain, that's good. So it's your choice, but that's the story.